On Tuesday, Turkey ended its opposition, signing a memorandum with the two Nordic countries at the start of the NATO summit in Madrid. And on Wednesday, NATO formally invited Finland and Sweden to join the alliance. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg, Finland's President Sauli Niinisto, Sweden's Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson, and other officials attend the signing ceremony of a memorandum on the Nordic countries. This memorandum, which agrees to lift the arms embargo and cooperate with Turkey on terrorism, will allow Sweden and Finland to pursue NATO membership, which is a significant step forward for the two countries. While the move was a major victory for NATO and a setback for Russia, the Turkish President, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, did not give in without a fair share, in order to demonstrate his country's weight in the alliance. NATO's difficulty in dealing with Turkey. NATO was having trouble dealing with Turkey. However, recent geopolitical events have demonstrated that it is one that the alliance will have to tolerate. Experts say Erdogan is well aware of this, and has used his country's membership in the grouping to advance its national interests. Prior to signing a joint memorandum with the two Nordic nations, Erdogan stated on Tuesday that NATO cannot afford to lose Turkey as a member. Turkey, a smart player. Erdogan was prime minister from 2003 to 2014. And has been president since 2014. And Turkey joined NATO in 1952, and has historically served the group's strategic interests, but under Erdogan's rule, it has become more of a disruptive force. Moreover, as Ankara adopts proactive and anti-Western foreign policy positions, the frequency and intensity of disagreements between Turkey and NATO allies has increased over time. In a European war that has essentially devolved into a conflict between the Kremlin and NATO, Turkey has positioned itself as a neutral party, refusing to join its allies in sanctioning Russia, while offering to mediate between the warring parties. Also, it has backed Ukraine in the conflict, while avoiding antagonizing Moscow. Erdogan has collided with NATO allies on a number of issues, including Syria and Libya, and has used his country's strategic location to extract concessions from his European neighbors, by threatening to open the floodgates to refugees fleeing neighboring conflict zones. In 2019, Turkey made its most audacious and contentious move yet, purchasing the Russian S-400 missile defense system, which were designed to shoot down NATO planes, calling into question a decades-long alliance with both the US and NATO. As Turkey understands its value to NATO, Erdogan's hostile and more aggressive leadership has caused difficulties for NATO. This reflects the increasing unpredictability of Turkish foreign policy. Agreement with two Nordic countries. By signing the agreement, the two Nordic countries confirm that the PKK is a terror organization, and also promise to interrupt the financing and recruitment activities of PKK and affiliated groups. In addition, they pledged not to support the network of exiled Turkish cleric Fethullah Gulen. Turkey calls the network FETO, and designates it as another terror group. FETO is a name given to the Gulen movement by the Turkish government, is headed by Turkish preacher Muhammed Fethullah Gulen. Turkey has blamed Gulen for a deadly coup attempt in 2016, and accuses him of infiltrating state institutions with his followers. Gulen, on the other hand, denies the allegations. Finland and Sweden also agreed to address Turkey's outstanding extradition requests for people whom Turkey considers terrorists, and pledging to do so, in accordance with the European Convention on Extradition. While the agreement lists the groups Turkey considers to be threats, particularly the YPG, it also states that Sweden will follow its own extradition procedure. While Turkey may have desired stronger words, as well as wider US participation, in this agreement, in order to expedite its requests from Washington for new F-16 fighter jets, however, if Turkey had delayed or vetoed NATO's expansion, it would have been disastrous, casting doubt on Turkey's long-term commitment to NATO. Turkey got what it wanted, and so did Finland and Sweden. The president is just as often pragmatic about knowing when to take a good deal. However, Turkey's decision is a major setback for Russian President Vladimir Putin, who has long opposed NATO expansion and threatened retaliation in May after Finland announced its intention to apply for membership because the deal would more than double Russia's border with NATO countries. Russia's foreign ministry stated, Russia will be forced to take retaliatory measures, both military, technical and otherwise, in order to prevent threats to its national security from emerging.